Chelsea versus Leicester in the FA Cup final. Let's go. Hey guys, welcome back to another match preview video. This is Chelsea versus Leicester in the FA Cup final. Chelsea historically have a pretty good history of getting to the final. This is our fourth final in the last 5 years. We won against Man City but lost twice against Arsenal. Why can we not beat Arsenal? Too raw. It's too raw. But hopefully we can do the job versus Leicester. I think in that Arsenal game, the team and Thomas Tuchel kind of had two eyes on this Leicester FA Cup final. There were 7 changes to the starting 11. So hopefully in this game, we can see a starting 11 with not so many changes. So you have players that are more used to playing with each other, have chemistry, and hopefully we can get the job done versus Leicester. It's a really weird final in the sense that we play Leicester in the league right after, and it's going to be a massive game because Leicester currently sit in third, 2 points ahead of us. They're coming off of a massive win against Manchester United. We're coming off of a loss against Arsenal. Maybe that loss can propel us to do even better in this final. But both games are equally important in my eyes because Chelsea need to win the game in the league in order to secure top 4. It's a must. And you know, you also want to be winning some silverware. Of course, who wouldn't want to win the FA Cup? So it's going to be so incredibly important for Thomas Tuchel and the team to get this 1000% right. Leicester are a really good team. I'm honestly always really impressed with the way that they can recruit players. They've had a couple of injuries. James Justin is out, Harvey Barnes is out, I think Wes Morgan is also out. And I thought that with those injuries, they would kind of falter off a little bit, but they really haven't. They had that 4-2 loss to Newcastle, but other than that, I feel like they've been pretty convincing in their games. They have 2 really strong goal scorers in Vardy and Iheanacho. So they are going to be very difficult team in this final. I don't think anybody should underestimate how good Leicester really are. And you know, with Jamie Vardy, he's just so clinical that he can punish you at any moment. So Chelsea really need to be aware of that. In terms of Chelsea injury news, I'm recording this before Thomas Tuchel's press conference because I will not be around this weekend. I'm hoping I can find a way to watch the game, but I'm gonna be like in the woods, like unavailable. So I'm recording this before the press conference. Woke up super early for you guys, so hope that you like it. So at this moment, the information that we have is that Mateo Kovacic still is not fit, and Christensen's injury could not be as bad as previously suspected, and he could be available for the FA Cup final. At this moment in time, it's currently 9 a.m. in Spain. So perhaps that information could change by the time that you're watching this video. But either way, maybe if Christensen was injured, you're not going to start him in a final. So I don't think that it should change too much, but let's see. In regards to the starting 11, Thomas Tuchel has said that he played Kepa on Wednesday, was it? I think it was Wednesday, in order to get ready for this FA Cup final. So he's not just throwing him into a final cold so that he can have a little bit of match fitness, the mental aspect of getting into a match as well ahead of the FA Cup final. So Kepa has been Chelsea's keeper throughout the entire FA Cup, so he's likely to start. For me personally, maybe this is hard on Kepa, but I would want to start our first goalkeeper in a final. I don't care what final it is, I would want to start him. That could be really hard on Kepa, I understand that, but I just feel like you should be starting your starting goalkeeper in a final. That's just me. You know, I think that the defense can do a job. Kepa has looked better. He's kept clean sheets. He actually was able to save that Jorginho back pass, and then it was just unfortunate, like Arsenal took advantage of it. But I do think that he's looked strong, but I just feel like if you are going into the final, you should put your strongest team out, and for me, Mendy is a stronger goalkeeper. So that's just my opinion, but let me know what you think in the comments. For the back five, I think because of the injuries, it really picks itself. I would play Reece James right wing back, Ben Chilwell to face his old side at left wing back, and then I would play Azpilicueta, Thiago Silva, and Rudiger. Let's see if Christensen comes into the mix, but I honestly highly doubt it. In that midfield pivot, I do think that we're going to see N'Golo Kante and Jorginho again. Thomas Tuchel mentioned that N'Golo Kante might have a slight injury niggle. I am praying that that is not the case. Like I said again, I'm recording this before the presser, so maybe you'll have more information at that time. At this time, it seems that his rest was just like precautionary against Arsenal, and he should be okay for this game. So I really hope that that's the case, because I think that N'Golo Kante has been showing that he is still a world-class player, and Chelsea just need him in this side. He does such a job, and he also really helps to progress the ball from the midfield to the attack. I think that he's a little bit underrated in that sense, but he can go on some really great runs as well, while also just breaking up the opponent's attack and picking out the danger, which is what he does so well. So I'm really hoping that N'Golo Kante is fit for this game. And then looking at the attack, Mason Mount obviously has to start. He's one of the first names on the team sheet for me always. And then Havertz and Pulisic started against Arsenal, so I would personally play Timo and Ziyech. I think that Timo actually brings a lot to the team that we might not realize. Even though he's not scoring goals, his pace is such a threat that it just gives the opposition something else to think about, because they know they can't push too high, because then we're going to be able to take advantage of that space with Timo Werner. Yes, he can be frustrating. Yes, he can be offsides. Yes, he can miss chances. Everybody's really missing chances, but I think overall what he brings to this game is super important, and we have seen it in quite a few games now that Timo Werner, Hakim Ziyech chemistry, the link up where Timo runs it, squares it to Ziyech, and Ziyech puts it home. I think that we could potentially see that again in this game. Christian Pulisic looks like he was limping a little bit against Arsenal, so I don't think we're going to see him starting. And Kai Havertz, it could really go either way, but I don't think he had a good game versus Arsenal, so I wouldn't start him in this game. That miss was massive, but other than that, I just felt like he wasn't really present in the game. So personally for this match, I would go with a front three of Mount, Timo, and Hakim Ziyech. As for score prediction, I don't know why I try. I'm going to go... The problem is we're not scoring that many goals. Like, we really aren't. I'm gonna go 2-1 to Chelsea, because I do think that Leicester are going to score. I'm saying that Iheanacho is going to score for Leicester, and for us it's going to be Ziyech and Werner. I'm gonna say that Timo gets a goal because he's been looking pretty strong. So let's see how it plays out. Really massive game for Chelsea. My heart is already racing thinking about it, but I'm hoping that we can get the job done and then get it done again versus Leicester in the league. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why? But I think that Thomas Tuchel learned a lot from that Arsenal game. He even said it in his post-match press conference that there was something that he did not like, and he didn't admit what it was. I've been trying to speculate as to what that could be. It really could be anybody or anything on the pitch, because it wasn't a good game. But I think he's going to learn from this, and I would much rather have us lose ahead of a final so that we can fix it, rather than those mistakes happening in the final. But it's going to be so freaking important for Chelsea to take their chances. We usually need 10 chances to get 1 goal, which is not good enough. We should have a much higher conversion rate than that. We're creating, but we're just not finishing. So that's something that absolutely needs to change. That's not going to happen overnight, and at some point it's just down to the players and for them to have their finishing boots on. But must have good finishing in a final, otherwise you will get punished, especially by this Leicester side. So guys, I hope that you enjoyed this match preview. I am still a little bit sleepy. I'm still waking up. We don't even have milk for coffee, so it's a dire situation here, but hopefully I wasn't too sleepy in this video. If you enjoyed it, please drop it a like, subscribe to my channel. The support has been like legit insane. I can't believe it. I do have a lot of content planned for the last couple of games of the season, so make sure to check that out and turn on those notifications. Yeah, I'm annoying. So without further ado, hope you enjoy the match tomorrow, and let's see if I can watch it. I really hope so. Until next time, I'm out.